macho facts related to this leader of the Russian Federation. Number 10. He's friends with Steven Seagal. In the late 80s and early 90s, Steven Seagal's name was synonymous with badass action flicks.
Are you like some special forces guy or something?
I'm just a cook.
While his star may have faded in later years, he clearly still has one fan, and it just so happens to be the Russian leader. Vladimir Putin and Steven Seagal have been buddies for quite some time, and in 2016, Seagal was presented with a Russian passport to help foster goodwill between America and Russia. In fact, Putin reportedly asked President Obama to make Seagal an intermediary between the two countries, but it never panned out. Number 9. He helped put out wildfires. Back in 2010, forest fires were ravaging the countryside outside of Moscow. Never one to miss out on an opportunity to prove his mettle, Vladimir Putin was photographed alongside an airborne firefighting squad as they attempted to put out a section of the blaze. As co-pilot, Putin's role in the ordeal was to press a button that would unleash water onto the forest fire, and press it he did. Was the whole thing just another chance to show the Russian president looking heroic? We may never know. What we do know is that 2 forest fires were doused by the grace of Putin's touch. Number 8. He was in the KGB. Often described as the Soviet Union's equivalent to the CIA, the KGB was a security and intelligence-gathering agency that often acted as a secret police force. It was also Putin's employer from 1975 until the fall and eventual dismantling of the Soviet Union in 1991. Putin rose quickly within the KGB, obtaining the rank of lieutenant colonel by the time of his resignation. During a 5-year stretch in the late 80s, Putin was stationed in East Germany and was eventually forced to destroy large amounts of intelligence information when it became clear that the USSR's foothold in the country was beginning to crumble. Number 7. He's a talented hockey player. If you heard that Vladimir Putin was slated to play an exhibition hockey match with fellow politicians, businessmen, and retired NHL players, who would you put your money on? The correct answer is Putin. The Russian president is apparently a force to be reckoned with on the ice. During a 2015 exhibition game, Putin scored an outstanding 8 goals, leading his team to an 18-6 victory. Is it possible that his opponents were taking it easy on him? That's not for us to comment on. However, we will say that anyone who scores 8 goals in a single game clearly has some hockey skill, even if most were assisted by past NHL stars Pavel Bure and Valery Kamensky. Number 6. He once caught a massive fish. While on a fishing trip with Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev, Putin allegedly caught a 46-pound pike, a catch that would rival some of the largest ever. The pundits, however, were quick to point out that the fish in question likely weighed closer to 26 pounds. The evidence is on the side of the skeptics, as the fish in question was said to have been 34 to 36 inches in length, which would put its proportionate weight in the ballpark of 20 to 25 pounds. For the fish to have truly weighed 46 pounds, it would have had to have been closer to 48 inches long. Whatever the exact figure, that's still an impressive catch. Number 5. He's shot a whale with a crossbow. Oddly enough, it was all in the name of science. In 2010, Putin tagged along with a group of marine biologists when they went to collect skin samples from gray whales off the coast of the Kamchatka Peninsula, which some of you may recognize as a territory from the board game Risk.
It's Risk, Jerry, the game of world conquest.
During his visit, the Russian leader used a crossbow to fire darts at the enormous oceanic beasts, hitting one of the creatures on the 4th try. The skin samples obtained during the stunt allowed biologists to determine from where the whale originated. Number 4. He hugs polar bears. The average politician is content to shake hands and kiss babies. Vladimir Putin, however, is not your average politician. And so when the opportunity to visit the Arctic Circle presented itself in 2010, Putin leapt at the chance to visit the home of one of Earth's most dangerous predators. During the trip, Putin was photographed helping to handle and weigh a sedated polar bear, as well as fitting it with an electronic collar. He even gave the unconscious bear a few friendly pats. Obvious PR stunt? Maybe. Another notch on the belt of a super manly president? Absolutely. Number 3. He knows martial arts. Vladimir Putin doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk as well. While many a world leader will use verbal threats to intimidate their political opponents, as a martial arts master, Putin poses a very immediate threat to anyone who makes the mistake of crossing him in person. His love of all things martial arts dates back to his youth, when he began training in Sambo, a specialized combat sport developed by the Soviet Union, before learning judo and karate. Putin is such a martial arts enthusiast that he co-authored a book on the subject in 2004 and released a film titled Let's Learn Judo with Vladimir Putin in 2008. Number 2, he tried to bend a frying pan in half. Putin's acts of manliness are the stuff of legend. From earning a 9th degree Taekwondo black belt to riding on horseback while shirtless, he is the personification of manhood. So when he visited a youth camp in 2012, he made sure to show the kids in attendance just how strong he really was. This manifested itself in an arm wrestling competition, wall climbing attempt, and of course, trying to bend a frying pan in half with his bare hands. Whether or not he succeeded in this task is unknown, but the mere fact that he tried is a testament to his macho man stature. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. He stops tigers in their tracks. If a Siberian tiger were barreling towards you, what do you think your first instinct would be? Well, if you're Russian President Vladimir Putin, the answer is simple. Remain calm, grab the nearest tranquilizer gun, and shoot the animal. This is what supposedly happened back in 2008, when Putin and a Russian TV crew visited the Ussuri Reserve in Siberia. A trapped tiger allegedly got loose and began to charge the unsuspecting crew members. Thankfully, Putin acted quickly, sedating the animal and, by extension, saving those around him from a potentially vicious attack. Time to rethink who you'd want with you in the event of a zombie invasion.